Do you really only love sometimes?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Ultimate YouTube channel. It's your girl, Rosalie. This is so freaking powerful. Guess what time it is? Let's keep this short and simple, but I had to come on here. So often we're stuck in our own little world, but it's all so much bigger than we realize. Am I gonna need to take my earrings off? Do you need to hold my earrings for this one? It's time to go check out more of our girl, Chinchilla. Go and subscribe to this chick. She is so talented. She is such an artist, such a beautiful queen. And funny thing is, when I was reviewing one of Ren's songs and the whole legal debacle he was going through, I was getting mad. Big Sister was coming out. I was taking off my earrings and I made a shirt called Hold My Earrings. And you guys actually told me that she also has, I think, a song or a phrase, or she says that sometimes. So it's about that time that we got to take off our earrings, show some support for our girl. Let's listen to Chinchilla 1 to 5 live. Again, you guys subscribe to this chick.
I wish that I could say I can only deal with so much rejection, but that implies I'm gonna leave and I'm too weak, yeah, I'm too weak now. I'm hopelessly addicted to the breadcrumbs of your affection. When you send one less kiss than me, it's all I read, it's all I read now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line. Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes? At a ratio of 1 to 5 is the person I've been fighting for, emotionally unavailable. What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times.
Oh my gosh, girl.
I don't know how to keep to my own bare minimum boundaries. I hope you never see the truth, that I would move no more for you now.
I gotta pause real quick. That hat, that girl is so creative. She makes her own hats, I believe y'all have told me. That hat is so unique, and now I'm seeing the antlers, and she looks like a straight up fly, even with the rest of her costume, which is interesting too, because it makes me think of like that saying, I wish I was a fly on the wall, right? That could like not be seen necessarily and hide away and get away real quick if I need to, but I can see what's going on in the room. I feel like it fits this idea of giving so much and getting back so little. This fly that's considered a pest, right? I barely notice you, and if I do, I'm trying to get you out of the way. I don't want you around. And maybe this idea of you make yourself so small, you're basically like an insect that's stepped on and dismissed. I don't know if that was intentional, but this idea of looking like an insect.
So I cling onto the secret while you dance in circles around me. We both know I won't make you choose, in case you do, in case I lose now. I say I love you, but you only reply 1 out of 5 times. Like I love you, but I hate you, it's such a fucking fine line.
Her voice is powerful.
Are you doing it to spite me, oh? Couldn't you say it a little more? Do you really only love sometimes? At a ratio of 1 to 5 is the person I've been fighting for, emotionally unavailable. What have we been so divided by? Love me once, I love you back 5 times.
Talk about being divided, which is obvious when it comes to this unrequited love and this imbalance of power and affection. One person giving all, the other barely giving anything back, right? A ratio of 1 to 5. But to use words like divide is so poignant, because when you look at ratios mathematically, it's all about division. That's how you solve a lot of ratio problems. So I don't know if that was intentional, but that is some smart double entendre type of songwriting here.
So say I love you.
Hold on, did she just say I 5 times? That was poignant.
So say I love you.
That was I 5
So
times.
say I love you. Do you really?
As in, like, give me back what I'm giving you.
Oh. So say I love you. Say I love you.
This is powerful. Come on, sis.
I love you. Do you really only love sometimes?
Oh, girl. Oh, that descent of the strings was poignant. The crescendo that they brought in when the strings kicked in, the violin and the cello, was beautiful from an emotional standpoint, right? You're reaching the peak of the song emotionally, lyrically, compositionally. But now that descent is powerful. You could almost hear the pain. And by almost, I mean literally. You could hear the pain in her voice, the vibrato, the texture of her voice. Girl can sing. Please, for the love of God, subscribe to Chinchilla. What's the matter with y'all? Subscribe to Chinchilla. Her voice is incredible. There's so much soul. I love the art to her appearance, so unique, and her aesthetic so creative. She's an artist. I respect this woman. That song was powerful and had me in tears because I don't know about y'all, but I know the pain of longing for someone to love you. And this is why it goes deep. This is why this is deeper. I know what it's like to love someone and that not be quite requited, right? Where college years, right? You really love someone, you care for them, you think you're going to marry them. And there's moments where they make you think they get it, and they make you think they love you or care for you, or they look at you a certain way. But they're not mature enough, you're not mature enough to have the proper boundaries to know what's up or to see the game for what it is. And it affected me for years, having to assess the type of story I was telling myself and my self-worth and my standards, and not romanticize or tell myself a false story, but also not demonize the person, right? We were all young. But I know that feeling romantically of caring for someone and being willing to be all in, but lying to oneself because you think you're okay with the situation, but you're not. And they tell you that they're not willing to be interested in anything serious, and you say, okay, that's fine. But deep inside you long to be loved and you want this to be more. And you're given this 1-to-5 ratio or vice versa. So I know what it's like romantically. I also know what it's like in family dynamics where you long for someone to love you, where you really wish that person could see, hey, I really love you. I wish you could see that. And it feels like this imbalance of power and this unfair ratio 1-to-5 of going, man, do you even, I'm real. Like when she said that, that was so poignant. Like, I wish you could see me. I wish you could say it more often than you do. But the reason I say this is even deeper than like the romantic or family dynamics where you don't feel loved or cared for or seen, or you feel abandoned. The reason I say it's deeper is because it goes beyond just somebody saying I love you or giving you some attention, right? If our standards are low, we might be okay with those breadcrumbs, like she says, the breadcrumbs of affection, the breadcrumbs. I got to take my earrings off. These are making too much noise, but also this is poignant. Sis made me take my earrings off. Fitting, because we long to be loved, not just breadcrumbs of affection, not just be seen or some type of attention and flattery. I think it's a human desire for someone to really love us, to really see us. Where, I don't know about y'all, but I know this feeling of thinking, man, I really love people. I really love this person. But do they love me? Do they really like me? Do they know me? Would I be loved if people saw my mistakes? Would people really love me for me? Not when I'm just giving and encouraging and pouring into other people and I'm on the top of the world and I'm giving something. Would you love me, not for what I do for you, but for who I am? I'm real. Say you love me. The fact she sang that 5 times, the musical composition and arrangement, the chord progression, the notes, that was beautiful, of course. that hook catchy, but it was so poignant to say it 5 times and to ask, to plead with this person to say it back, say I love you. And now it was fitting that that emphasis was there on I, because one might argue this other person who is giving only 1%, if you will, they're making it all about them. They're not invested in her in this case. They're not invested in the other. It's all about them. They're fine receiving the love. They're not giving it back. But it's also poignant to say I love you. I wish you did. I wish you said that to me. I'm real. I long for you to love me. And I think sometimes looking from the outside in, it might be easy to say, just walk away. If people don't love you for who you are, right? We have these empowering quotes and Pinterest posts that make us feel good for a moment, that tell us, woman power, man power. I don't need that, right? Walk away. But in real relationships, it's not that simple. In real relationships, we hope to get through to someone. We long for them to see us. We hope we can get through or talk about it or figure out a way through. It's not as simple as just know your worth, walk away. And it's painful. And this was beautiful. And this was live, y'all. Get out of here. Go subscribe to Chinchilla. If you haven't yet, fix it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to experience and feel more music with me. And I'll see you on the next ride. Ayo.